groundbreaking study shows that consciousness survives after death. So this is another proof that what's written in the Holy Bible is true concerning the soul surviving after the body is no longer alive. Now, what happens when I die? This is easily the most important question mankind has ever asked. No matter your faith, no matter how certain you are, there's always that lingering question of what happens when the eyes close for good. Sure, people have claimed spiritual experiences after death, known as near-death experiences, but science has not been able to prove them, real or not, regardless of personal testimonies until now. The study. Researchers at Southampton University in the United Kingdom conducted a huge study, one of the largest ever, to investigate what happens to consciousness after we die. So far, they've come to an important conclusion. They're not really sure, but something is happening. Consciousness appears to linger after the final breath and may even unravel after a period of time and go on in different directions. That sounds crazy, right? Scientists spent 4 years examining 2,000 people who had suffered cardiac arrest at 15 hospitals in the United States, United Kingdom, and Australia. 40% of people who survived described a degree of awareness during the time they were dead and before they were revived. You might call this a near-death experience, but it's entirely possible that while their hearts were not beating, they also were not dead. From the study, they said, the evidence thus far suggests that in the first few minutes after death, consciousness is not annihilated. Whether it fades away afterwards, we do not know. But right after death, consciousness is not lost. We know the brain can't function when the heart has stopped beating. But in the case, conscious awareness appears to have, in this case, continued for up to 3 minutes into the period when the heart was not beating, even though the brain typically shuts down within 20 to 30 seconds after the heart has stopped. This is significant since it has often been assumed that experiences in relation to death are likely hallucinations or illusions occurring either before the heart stops or after the heart has been successfully restarted, but not an experience corresponding with real events when their heart is not beating. Furthermore, the detailed recollection of visual awareness, in this case, were consistent with verified events. And there's a must-read book on the subject, Journey of Souls, Case Studies of Real Life Between Lives and What It Means. Obviously, researchers still are not sure exactly what happens after death or why consciousness lingers afterwards, but the interesting thing is that this study clearly shows that it does, and that's a big deal. This opens the door to an idea that consciousness persists indefinitely, something that would rock the foundations of the world forever. Well, no, it wouldn't rock because there are those who believe in life after death. This was on Humans Are Free, and it's on Out of Mind too. If you'd like to join me on my Patreon account, you will hear content not covered by mainstream media. These riveting stories will be based on my research, and I will state my opinions and give my personal insight on diverse and controversial subjects and world events not covered by mainstream media, and not supported by YouTube guidelines. So whatever I have on my Patreon, most of those will not be on my YouTube channel. Please consider becoming a member today. More of the most significant and important videos will be on my Patreon channel. Your support helps me to continue my research and keeps this YouTube channel alive. And we depend on your support, your generous charity, because we help economically challenged families here in Athens, Greece, in Kapota, and we also help the young generation with university tuition and the community around our church. Thank you.